No, do it now.
Now? Okay, go.
I was talking fantasy football with my friends the other day.
Alan, Josh?
Well. Look who's back. Where the hell have you been? At home, sitting in your asses?
Go away there, Josh. Actually, my name is Alan.
You're a dorky white kid with a Cub Scout bandana on his head.
Bravo.
Echo.
November.
Tango. On.
Football.
I don't want that in the show.
I do.
No,
I
I
like
don't.
it. Well, I need it to write on our picks.
Well,
Okay.
find another pen. Oh, hey, how you guys doing? You didn't tell me this thing was on. All right, welcome back
It's
to
on.
Bet on Fantasy Football. I'm Alan,
And I'm Josh.
and we are going to have some fun this week.
We are. We are.
We've got our cans to do, and we've got football to talk about.
We have a winner for our gift card for
And that's the
Starbucks.
most important thing. Yeah,
Yes.
we have a winner for the gift card this week. So thank you guys for everybody who sent in your names and your comments and everything. We appreciate it. Thank you for the subscribers, the new ones that we've had recently. We appreciate that. Let's get right into our beers, Josh.
Okay.
I mean,
Should I announce
let's
the winner
not actually
first?
get
though?
into them, but let's open.
You want me to go first?
Sure.
All right, I'll go first. So this one is pretty self-explanatory for my fantasy season. Baby steps. Baby steps. I'm making baby steps, guys, to make the playoffs. I just won again this week. And Alan's so happy about that because I'm only one game behind him. I was 1-6.
Yeah, and I'm having some issues right now.
And I was already looking to next year, but man, I not only beat the last three guys, including this guy,
That was
I
easy.
crushed by like 30 points each game. So
That was easy.
that was easy, yes. Especially against the last person, not you though. So
Yes, it was.
all right. So what does your can say?
All
So
right.
I'm baby steps. I'm making the playoffs, hopefully.
Mine says, it doesn't matter, it's too late. And this has nothing to do with what Josh's can was about, even though it still applies.
Too late for you.
All right, so here's what this is about. It's about the Chicago Bears. So,
Great.
yeah, I know. So as of today, the Chicago Bears fired Shane Waldron as their offensive coordinator. They hired another dude. I didn't catch the name. I didn't have an opportunity to look it up. So
I don't think it matters really at this point.
exactly why I didn't look it up. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And here's why. So the Bears have a playbook in place, right? They're not going to just rewrite the entire playbook. It just doesn't happen that way. They're going to stick with the same playbook. It's all going to come down to how good are the plays. No, it's going to come down to what plays they call when. Okay.
Right.
We know what the quality of the plays are, at least so far. From what we've seen. It's just what they're going to call them when they're going to call it. So.
Yeah.
Effectively, by firing Waldron this week, they basically just punched their ticket on the 2024 season.
They should have blown out New England, guys. They were undefeated at home.
They should have
and-
blown out New England, and they should not have been decimated by Arizona like that.
Right, and I even picked the Bears, guys. The Cards are my team, but I picked the Bears because I thought they would hang, and they didn't.
So, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's too late. So,
Yeah, I agree with you. And we'll talk about the Bears in just a little bit. I'll go more in depth of my thoughts about Caleb Williams.
all right,
So,
let's get these open.
all right,
All right, guys, like you do every week, pop open a cold one.
sit back and enjoy the show. Those baby steps taste delicious.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
All right, that sounded
It's
really
too late.
creepy. I just realized. So, the beers tasted really delicious.
It doesn't matter. It's too late.
All right, I know.
All right. So
So,
Josh
guys,
has something he wants to say.
yes, so guys, we got one new subscriber 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So we appreciate every one of you. I think we're up to 78 now.
Yeah.
So closer to 1,000. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, we're almost
So
there.
we had 78. I don't know if we have more than that in the last couple of days or not, but I know we got one on Sunday. So
Cool.
up to 78. So
And we
yes.
appreciate you guys so much for subscribing.
We do,
and
we do.
watching. And I know some of you don't watch the entire video. You watch certain parts of it because you like certain parts of it. We thank you.
I
as
watched
well.
the entire video because I look back at it and say, God, we look like buttheads, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I probably most of the time if I do watch it, I turn the volume off and just look at what's going on in the background, all that other
you
stuff.
just like to see my face, don't you?
I have to see your face every week, so here we are.
Here we are.
But anyway, thank you guys for liking, subscribing, and sharing, and all the other stuff you guys do for us. We appreciate you.
Yes, absolutely. Now we did couple newsworthy pieces. Baltimore Ravens, and Alan and I were talking about this before the show. We were talking about this on Thursday after that game, and as we said before, we were on a Baltimore watch because they were at 42 straight games with 100 plus rushing yards, which is amazing.
Awesome.
Yes, awesome. We thought, oh, that record's going to be decimated, going to be carried into next year, maybe even the year after, as long as they have Henry. So here's the deal. They were shut down pretty much the whole first half. They had 32 yards, rushing, and I thought, oh man, it's definitely going to be over.
Yep.
They came alive in the third quarter. The fourth quarter, when they went up 35-28, they were sitting at exactly 100 rushing yards. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, there it is. So Cincinnati comes down and ties it. Or they score
They score
35-34.
right, and do they go for the extra point to tie it up and send it overtime and keep that record going?
They do not.
Okay.
So here's what happens. They went for two, They missed the 2-point conversion. Now I'm scared to death. You know why? Because Cincinnati has no timeouts left and there's 38 seconds left. And the one thing in the back of my mind is Baltimore's got to be aware of this record, guys. So please don't run a negative play.
Yep.
Now, I don't blame them, because if, yes, they would have ran a positive play and fumbled, the game would have been over. Cincinnati would have kicked a field goal and won it. Lamar kneeled for 1 yard. They finished with negative 1 yard. They finished with 99.
And,
Come on, guys.
And it stopped. Yeah,
Yes.
And okay, you look at the big picture and you say, yes, that's the right thing to do. But this is the one time that I'm going to advocate this play. You know what play they should have run?
Henry up the middle, or the sneak.
The tush push.
The tush push.
Yeah, that way all he has to do is just hang on to the ball. Just let his body fall where it's going.
Yes.
So that way they get the record. But
they did not get it.
I get it. They did what they did because that's what champions do. They worry about the season, not one game.
Speaking of tush push, did you see Buffalo did a tush push, and they got like 8 yards with Josh Allen. They had it 4th and 1 on the 15, and they got down to the 7 with a tush push. I mean, they just took that whole Indy defensive line out of the equation. So
it's like the opposite of a tug of war. Instead of pulling,
that's the opposite of a tush push. I mean, it was like just steamroll. It was crazy.
It's nuts. All right. I know you said you don't really have a whole lot, Scott. You gubbed this week. But what kind of really
The whole Caleb Williams situation really has me gub. Is what got us bent. That's what's got me bent. We want to give the guy the benefit of the doubt. Okay, he's a good quarterback. I'm seeing shades of Michael Vick. I really am. He was drafted number 1 overall. The thing that Caleb, I almost said Michael Williams. The thing that Caleb Williams, I'm noticing game in and game out. When he gets pressure in the pocket, he's not looking downfield. He's looking at those rushers. As a quarterback, as a mobile quarterback like Caleb was, or is, and Michael Vick was, same exact thing. Michael Vick would always look at the rushers. You gotta look above that at your coverage downfield. Caleb's doing the same exact thing, guys. He has nowhere to go to. He has nowhere to throw. He can't see the plays developing if you don't look up. So it scares the crap out of me, and I know it does you too, doesn't it? Because we want to see this guy succeed, but
it's
I'm having deja vu big time right now.
And like you said, he's not seeing the play as it's developing, let alone reading the defense before the snap.
Because he can't, because he's looking at the line coming at him.
Right. And man, there's so many holes in the Bears right now, and it's frustrating because they're surrounded with a lot of talent. They just don't know how to use it, and it's so frustrating as a Bears fan.
Mm-hmm.
To watch other teams, develop players, and then to turn back and look what the Bears have done, and it's literally where quarterbacks go to die.
Yeah.
And wide receivers for that matter too. And I think it was Mushin Muhammad that said that at one time. That's the Chicago's where wide receivers go to die, and he wasn't wrong.
He wasn't wrong.
There's just so many things that are broken in Chicago.
Yes. Yes.
And that does have me gubbed too. But the thing that really got me this week is the Cowboys game. Micah Parsons doing an interview in the locker room. Basically, what he said, and I don't know if you heard this or not, but basically what he said, he was referring to Mike McCarthy and said something to the effect of Mike can go anywhere he wants to. And this whole thing got blown out of proportion, I think, at least in my opinion, because the way when I listened to it, I heard it, and then I heard commentary about it afterwards, and to me it's more of a they made reference to him not calling Mike McCarthy coach, right?
Right.
Okay. I just don't see the significance of that, number one. And number two,
I don't think it's a big deal.
I don't think it's any more. I don't think it's a big deal, but I think the press is making it a big deal, and I have a real problem with that. So what's got me bent this week is the press, the sports press.
Okay.
So, okay,
Yeah.
all right, cool.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, if I was a Cowboys fan, I would be really bent on that whole team situation too.
oh yeah, it's they're basically they're done this season.
My Cards are looking pretty damn good though, aren't they?
Yeah, I gotta say they are.
Yeah.
They are.
No, we're not betting people, but they're an actually. Did you know this? They're an actual betting favorite to win the NFC West right now,
I wouldn't be
even
surprised.
against San Fran.
Yeah.
San Fran is not playing well, guys.
Well, and I don't know with McCaffrey back, that could change. That could change.
San Fran didn't look good though the other night.
No. McCaffrey coming back, not a big impact, I don't think. Who else came back this week that was not a big impact? There was a couple guys.
Tyreek was questionable,
He-
but he didn't do much.
Yeah, he caught his first touchdown pass
Since week one, it was the complete opposite. It was a 80-yarder in week 1. It was a 1-yarder in week
Yeah.
10. So
10, yeah. So yeah, there was a couple surprises that you kind of expect these players to have an impact as soon as they come back, and they don't. And you're kind of like, as a fantasy owner, you're kind of like, oh crap.
yeah,
But hang in there.
a big surprise for me, and it's a good positive surprise. I started Tua this week over Bo Nix because I didn't like the matchup. Tua did outscore him, and Tua did not get hurt. So that's the main thing that I'm.
Did you see that play where he took a knee to the head though?
Yeah, I saw the play where he dove forward instead of sliding. So yeah.
No, I think he was defending when he threw a pick or something, and they were coming back, and he was trying to tackle the guy and took a knee to the head. My heart stopped for a second. And went, oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing, but just stay healthy.
By the way, I dropped him this year in our league, and you picked him up, so you're welcome if he does.
You know why I picked him up? And here's the reason why. And you know this, Alan.
Because you got Hill.
No, because I only want him to play for. Well, I only got him to play for 1 week because I don't want to play the guy because I don't want him to get hurt. You guys know that. I'm starting Bo Nix for the rest of the year. Bo Nix is on bye this week, so I'm going to have to start Tua. I promise you this. I don't care what the matchup is. I will not start Tua again. I don't want to see somebody start him and get a bunch of points and then have him be paralyzed. So I would rather him sit on my bench and lose me the league than get hurt. So
just know, as long as he's on your roster, if he gets hurt, it's your fault.
oh God, don't say that. No, that's why I'm benching him. I wish the Dolphins would do the same thing.
You want to hear?
As a Tyreek Hill owner.
You want to hear something really funny though? So I was watching last week, not this last set of games, but the week before. I picked up Minnesota's kicker, the rookie who hadn't. Rickard, or I can't remember what his name is, but they hadn't missed a kick.
Rickard, I think.
Yeah, he hadn't missed a kick all season long, extra point or field goal. And so I'm sitting there watching the game, and I'm telling my wife, I said, this is my kicker. He hasn't missed a field goal all season long. Rookie, good prospect, whatever. I picked him up because,
he missed it.
I had Young Ho Koo, and you see how that went. But
It's Young Wei Koo, but I know you love saying Young Ho Koo.
I love Young Ho Koo. But anyway, so he misses his first kick, right?
Yeah.
And I'm bumming, right? And so later on in the game, he misses his second kick, and I'm really bumming because it's one of those doinks. So I'm really bumming at this point, right? So a couple days later, after the game's over,
Yes.
I looked at my my fantasy roster and he's out. And you know, while these kicks are missing, I said, I just ruined this guy's career, man. I jinxed him, and now he can't hit a field goal, and he's done for, and it's all my fault, right?
Yes.
And then I find out that he gets injured, and now he's on IR. So
'Cause of you.
I probably should like fly there to wherever he lives and apologize to the
Massage
guy.
his leg for him.
Yeah.
Massage his thigh, maybe,
Yeah,
or
well, I don't know about that, but I should probably at least apologize. You know,
Yeah.
say, hey, dude, I'm sorry. I'll never pick you up again. I hope you heal. Have a great day. You know?
yes,
But I just thought it was weird talking about, you know, if he gets hurt, it's your fault.
yes.
The same thing here. I have this tremendous guilt.
I do have a
living
funny
with-
story about kickers, though, real quick. College football.
Okay.
Now, my Sun Devils, Arizona State, that's where I graduated from. I'm a diehard Sun Devil fan. A couple weeks ago, their kickers were so injured, they had a wide receiver kicking extra points and field goals. They missed something like a combination of 5 extra points and field goals in one game. So Kenny Dillingham, the head coach for Arizona State, put out an open invitation to all students of ASU for open tryouts for kicker. So I want to see what happens with that. I think if they got a couple guys or gals from the soccer team, they could probably kick some good field goals, don't you think?
Think about it, Josh. If you were still going to school there, because you probably would be if you know other things hadn't happened. But,
Yeah.
But, you could be the kicker for the Arizona Cardinals.
No, the Arizona State Sun Devils.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
thing.
I'd be like Kathy Ireland in Necessary Roughness. I'd get creamed after one kick, you know, and I'd be hurt for the rest of my life. But I thought that was funny though. That he
I'd
opened
draft you. I'd draft you, Josh. I'd pick you up on my fantasy team.
Okay. Well, thank you, Ellen. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But I thought that was pretty funny though that he sent an open invitation out to all
That
students
is
of
funny.
ASU for.
All right, let's get on to WOMP because I've been running my mouth and I know it's been real enjoyable.
When
but
do you not run your mouth? So recap of last week. We did good, guys. 7-3. I went 4-1. Ellen went 3-2.
Can I mention something? Speaking of our records, I need to make an honorable mention about something that
Yes.
I don't talk about normally on this. I'm in a football pool at work.
Oh God, this
And-
is awesome.
And this is my first my first time in the football pool, and you know we have 25 people in the pool. Well, I actually set a record with the most losses in a week, so
Oh my
I
God.
am now known for something. High five! All right, you can call me.
We should get you a little like trophy of like a poop emoji or something like for that.
Biggest loser.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had the most losses. I lost 9 games out of 14, and I picked the Chiefs to win.
And that's not even against the spread, guys. That's big favorites picking to. Yeah, the Chiefs should have lost that game, so you should have had 10 losses.
Yeah, I know. I tried.
Did you pick the Bears?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Well, I would have too. They were 6-point favorites at home, and they were undefeated at home. So,
Yeah, I figured they'd be in the game anyway, but
God, that was just atrocious.
again, you know, don't get me depressed. Let's start spinning this wheel.
All right.
shall
Before we do that, though,
Ooh,
Bulkster is our winner for the Name Our Mascot Challenge. Grace O'Malley, we decided on. Grace O'Malley is the most infamous female pirate of all time, so I thought it kind of fitting.
Yeah.
She had the voodoo outfit, looking like
I'm
a
cool with that.
yeah, like a 1700. So okay, I'm not gonna show the code on the back here, so I'm just gonna go like that. But here's the Starbucks gift card that Bulkster will be getting. We'll reach out to you this week and we'll get it to you.
Congratulations, Bulkster, whatever your real name is, if that is your real name.
If that is your real name. I hope it's a real person, though. I honestly do.
I hope their name is really Bulkster. That'd be so cool.
I know, wouldn't that be awesome?
If their real name is Bulkster, I'm having them on the show.
If it is Hulk Hogan, though, I'm not gonna give him shit. So you're not getting anything. If it is like Hulk Hogan, that's actually
Why?
the Bulkster. Because he's a horrible human being, Alan, and we're not giving him anything. So hopefully it's not Hulk Hogan. Because he went by the Hulkster and the Bulkster, so I hope it's not Hulk Hogan.
I can tell you this: if it is him, and you go to give that to him,
I'm not going to say no because,
I was
yeah.
gonna say he's taking that with him when he leaves.
Yes.
I'm just saying that, you know,
Yes.
because he's like 6'8" and 300 pounds and all muscle.
Almost gold. Oh, by the way,
Spinach.
before we do our next show, by the time next week, hopefully Mike Tyson will have knocked out cold Jake Paul. That's
Yeah.
coming up on the 15th, I think, isn't
I
it?
hope he knocks him out and then wakes him up and knocks him out again.
Yeah, I mean, granted, Tyson's 58 and Jake Paul's 27, but people don't realize Mike Tyson is old. But you know what? Even if I was 20 in the prime of my life, Mike Tyson has the ability to paralyze you in a second without effort. So
I'm gonna tell you this: when I watched Mike Tyson, when he was like rising, through
Yeah.
the ranks, that guy was a beast, man. That guy was a beast. There's no two ways about it.
he was 19 knocking out world champions in
Yeah,
one punch.
It's insane. The only fighter that I've seen that's better than him is Rocky Marciano. The only
Okay.
fighter. Marciano was a stud, but I got to give credit where credit's due. He's a terrible human being, but he's a beast, man. He's
Yeah.
a beast.
I've never seen anybody hit as hard as him. Have you?
Rocky Marciano, that's about it.
Yeah.
That's about
Roberto Duran, I'd probably throw up there too.
Yeah.
He had hands of stone, but
it. Marciano was awesome. We'll have
but
that
Jake
conversation.
Paul's a human piece
Yeah.
of garbage. So I hope Tyson
Yeah,
knocks
he-
him out. I
yeah,
really
he
do.
was right. All right. Let's
All right.
get on
Anyway, let's get on to Womp. So,
let's start the spinning.
Alan goes first because he went 3-2 and I went 4-1. So,
All right, so Cincinnati versus the LA Chargers.
ooh, that game. That's the game of the week, I think.
Chargers are favored by 1.5.
Chargers are playing good football right now,
They
dude.
are. Oh man.
They are playing a lot better football than we thought they.
Cincinnati played some good football too against a weak Baltimore defense. Oh man. I
Yeah,
think
but
I'm gonna-
Baltimore's D. They're giving up the most points to wide receivers. Hence why Chase scored 59 points in our league.
Right.
So the guy who had Chase and Burrow in our league put up 98 points between the two of them.
I think Cincinnati comes back down to earth this week, and I'm taking the Chargers on that one.
What is the Chargers -2
-1.5.
at home, right?
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if that game does go the over. I don't even know what the over under is, guys, because we're not
sure.
we're not betting and we're just picking spreads. But Chargers, their offense is looking good too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Herbert was averaging 132 yards a game for the first 6 games.
Yeah, they're starting to put it together. a
God,
bit.
yeah, Lad McConkey is looking good too. And that's the Chargers with most of their weapons out, believe it or not, guys.
That was a good sleeper for this year too.
Yeah.
Rocky.
Oh yeah. All right. Oh, this is another. This could be the game of the week too. This is KC Buffalo. Alan and I can both agree. Kansas City's 9-0, guys. They do not look like a 9-0 NFL team. They really do not. I like Buffalo minus 2.5. I like Buffalo minus 2.5 at home. Buffalo looks like a much more balanced offensive team to me than Kansas City does. Would you agree?
I would say so overall. Now, that being said, Kansas City's defense looked good this last game. Kansas City is doing, and we talked about this a little bit, but Kansas City is doing what they need to do to win ball games, and they're figuring it out as they go along in the game. Excellent way to win when you don't have a lot of talent in wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean, granted, you had a 146-year-old kicker in Will Lutz try to kick that game winner, so I
Right,
mean, he
well-
kicked it too low, and I blame him.
Right, but and yeah, there's a little luck factor involved in that as well. But they are
A
winning
Lutz
it.
factor.
Yeah, that too. They're figuring it out as they go along in the game. Okay.
Yeah.
The problem is that's not going to be sustainable. They're doing a great job of it so far, but it's not going to be sustainable. So I think your pick is probably going to be good. With the point spread, it's going to be. It's going to be a close game, in my opinion. It's going to be a really close game, and it's going to all come down to Buffalo's defense.
I agree. And Kansas City's offense, would you agree? They're not championship caliber offense.
They're not. Mahomes is not. I picked up Mahomes on the free agent wire.
I know you did, and I was mad about that.
Um,
But now I'm starting to realize that yes, he's not having a.
he's not, but it's not over yet either. I think he's gonna still be a good fantasy football point producer, but as far as like a championship team, I don't think they're sustainable for the season.
I agree with you. Yeah, I agree.
Wow, that's first.
Well, we both think Baltimore, at least Baltimore, is going to be out of the AFC. I don't see anybody challenging them. Do you?
Not at this point.
I still think it's going to be Detroit and Baltimore, but
You know,
I think
before. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
you might have a difference of opinion in Detroit, but I think we can both agree that Baltimore is the clear-cut favorite for the AFC.
Yeah, I mean, before the season started, I'd say Kansas City would be the only team that would challenge them, but here we are.
Baltimore's defense is the only thing that could really drag them down, but
Yep.
you don't need a good defense when you're putting up the kind of yardage and points that you are.
Defense wins championships. Offense wins games.
Yeah, but if you're putting up 162 points a game on offense, it doesn't matter.
Well, if the other team has a really well, see, defense doesn't.
Ooh, this game I'm kind of vested in, guys, because I am deeply vested in this game. Cleveland and New Orleans. I got Trey McBride on bye, so I'm starting Taysom Hill this week for New Orleans, and I'm also going to start Chubb. I don't really want to start Chubb, but Chuba's out. He's on bye. So I got Chubb and New Orleans or Taysom Hill going in this game. New Orleans is only a 1-point favorite at home. Can you believe that? I'm all over that, guys. I'm all over the New Orleans -1 at home.
I've got Njoku in this game, and they were not by last week, so I couldn't play him last week, but got him coming back this week.
New Orleans is getting all their weapons back, guys.
Quarterback's the big question in Cleveland. It always has been.
It's Jameis. New
Yeah.
Orleans does well against running quarterbacks. They don't do well against passing quarterbacks, and Jameis is not a good passing quarterback.
Right.
He's an okay passing quarterback.
And that's like I said, that's the big question mark right now. I mean, I could see that. I would probably take Cleveland in that one, but that's just
Lost to 1, really?
Yeah.
On the road?
I might.
Okay.
If it
Well,
was-
I hope so. If it's a high-scoring game, that means Chubb and Taysom Hill both put up
So,
points.
since I said Cleveland, you're probably right.
Right to New Orleans. We've taken 3 home favorites so far, guys.
All right. So what do we got here? Los Angeles Rams and New England Patriots.
Oh, God.
Patriots are +4.5. Ooh.
I think this could be. Or well, I'll let you do your thing, and then I'll
Oh
tell
my
you in a sec.
gosh. Well, I guess it depends on which Rams team shows up.
And which New England team shows up.
Yeah, that too. I'm gonna go with. Man, I gotta take New England with the 4, I guess. I have to.
It's 4.5, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, 4.5.
4.5
Yeah.
at home.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's all home teams we've been taking so far,
Yeah,
but
I've got to take them on this one. They're spotty enough to I think cover that or cover with that 4.5.
New England's defense is actually pretty solid this year, guys. And they have been all year. Just the only problem is their offense has been dog shit, you know. And even against the Bears, they scored 1 touchdown. You know what I mean? So I kind of like the Rams in this, but yeah, this could go either way.
With,
But
with 4.5 points, I almost got to take it.
it could be cold too. You know, it could. There could be snow flurries, and the Rams are used to playing in a dome, guys, and in Los Angeles. So I'd be interested to see how that works out. But yes, I can't fault you either way. I fault you for everything else you do, but not for that. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice of you.
Oh God, this is another one of those games. I thought Atlanta, and I think you picked them last week, didn't you? Or did I?
What do you got here? Atlanta and Denver. Ooh, Denver.
Oh, I took Atlanta -3.5 last week because they were actually playing good and they lost. Atlanta at Denver. Denver is -2. Both of these teams are actually pretty decent, guys. Denver's playing really good football, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love Denver in this game. I really do. Atlanta gives up a ton, and I mean a ton of points to quarterbacks and wide receivers. I think they're just behind Baltimore for the most points given up to opposing quarterbacks and receivers. So I got Bo Nix. I got Cortland Sutton. I think they're going to eat, guys. Like let Russ eat. I think Sutton and Nix are going to have a big game. I got them both. I'm starting them both. So I'm going to take Denver -2.
What you eating there, Jerry? Oh, Jerry's eating rice. Huh.
Hey Jerry, he likes it.
If you guys haven't seen that commercial, I'm not a Matthew McConaughey fan, but that commercial is pretty damn funny.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the extended version of it. It's hilarious. But anyway, my turn.
What do you think about the Denver game, though? Do you agree with me on there's going to be some
Let's
big fantasy
see.
points to be had, or
I don't, but
even with what Atlanta's giving up for quarterbacks
Seattle
and receivers?
versus San Francisco, and San
Oh,
Francisco
God.
is an underdog by 6.5.
No, they're not.
That's what it says. -6.5.
San Fran is
Or
a
not
favorite.
Favorite. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I said underdog. Didn't I?
You did, yes.
Favored by 6.5.
I don't know, man.
Man, I'll take San Francisco.
Minus the 6.5.
I'll take it.
Okay.
I think they're good enough to cover that.
I like a lot of points in that game, possibly though.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. I have a feeling it'll be a high scoring game, but we'll see.
Geno Smith or Brock Purdy, who scores more fantasy points?
Brock Purdy.
Oh, Geno Smith is going to blow him out of the water.
No,
All right, that's. Do you have those
Side
cherry
bet.
bombs left or no?
No, they're gone.
All right, good. 'Cause
I
I was going
I
to
ate
say.
all of them the same day.
Yeah, you did. You probably put them out in the garden. That's why there's a big hole in your backyard, burned through to China. That's why there's like 4 dead raccoons out in your backyard right
That's how
now.
I get iPhones. It's free something. iPhone.
Ooh, Las Vegas and Miami. This game, I like. This almost makes me want to start Tua, but I have too much respect for Tua to not start him because I hope he does not start. But Miami's a 7.5 point favorite, guys. Against Las Vegas, Miami's offense is kind of clicking. They played a tough defense last night. They did, okay, but they still pulled it out. I like Miami minus 7.5. I just hope all of it goes to A-Chain and not Tua doesn't have to move around the pocket. And I'm sitting Tyreek Hill this week, guys.
By the way, did you watch that Miami game?
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about it, remember? Yeah, he took a couple hits and I didn't like it, so.
Well, you know what that running back's name is then, right?
A-Chain?
Mm.
I call him A-Chain. He's the A-Train, like he's the A-Chain, like he's the A-Train.
I don't know what the hell you just said, but okay. You know that's not how you pronounce his name, right? Just saying.
I know that. It's like Ashani or something.
A-Chan.
A-Chan, whatever. Okay.
All right, just checking. Got me saying A-Chain. And here, I'm going to spin.
All right. He's the A-Chain to me,
Oh,
okay?
look at that. I
He's
got
the
it.
A-Train, the A-Chain.
I don't see the connection. But anyway, Minnesota versus Tennessee. Tennessee, is that 1.6? Or is, I
Oh my
can't.
God, Alan, seriously?
What is that? Oh, maybe it's -16. Maybe it's -10.
You know what? You're right. I think the ink kind
Wait,
of.
hold on. What
No,
did you
plus
say?
6. Plus 6.
What did you just say? I'm what?
We got a dry erase marker. Maybe the ink kind of ran out, but
Pretty
it's.
sure you said I'm right.
No, it's plus 6. You're right.
You said it twice.
Yeah, plus 6. So, yeah, Tennessee is plus 6 at home against Miami.
Okay.
I know which way I would go. I'm going to already write it down because I know which way you're going.
Do you?
I do.
Do you? You think I'm going Minnesota, don't you? That's what you think. Well, I got news for you. I'm going Minnesota.
Are you serious? I wrote Tennessee plus 6.
I'm going Minnesota.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Minnesota's not playing good right now, dude.
I know.
Plus, your kicker is dead, so.
I know. Why? See, I owe him one.
Oh my God.
At least I can give him pick his team. Just I mean, ruin the guy's career.
All right, you're gonna get Pinky in the Brain next because that's the next one. Ooh, God, I don't want this game. I did not want to get this. Green Bay, Chicago, guys. Besides the card, Chicago's my team, and I love to see the Bears win. Chicago's at home; they're 6-point underdogs. I like Green Bay to beat them. I just
The Bears are underdogs in that game, really?
until something happens. Right now, guys, I won't touch the Bears with the 10-foot pole. Will you?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Can't
So
do it.
here's the deal. Listen to this. Bears are 4-5 right now. Next 3 games, they got Green Bay, Minnesota, Detroit.
all division games and
4-8 after those 3 games. Would you agree?
All tough games, and only 2 of them should be tough games.
I don't see him winning one of those games. Do you? No.
I don't think so.
4-8 after 12, guys, and that's painful for us to say. We hate to say it, but I'm taking Green Bay -6. That line could be 16, and I would still probably take Green Bay with the way the Bears are playing.
Well,
That's an exaggeration, but
see, the thing is, if it was 16, I would take, I would take the Bears, and they'd find some way to screw me out of it. So,
Right.
So then
So it's a trap, like Admiral Akbar says. It's a trap.
it's a trap.
So
Okay. So my game is Washington and Philadelphia, the Thursday night game.
yes.
Who's favored in this game? Philly's favored by 3.5 in this game.
Yeah, but it's at Philly though, so
It
it's
is.
only 3.5. The way Philly's playing, Philly is lights out right now, guys.
Possibly cold conditions. I know Philly's tearing it up. I really like Washington though. I really do. I almost got to go against the grain and say Washington.
I'm just going to put 3.5 here. I'm not going to put a minus or a plus, and I'm going to let you fill in the blank with your pick because I don't know what to do with that game. I honestly don't. Do you?
Man, I hate. Here's my dilemma. I hate betting against Philly,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know that it's a bad bet to bet.
Well,
for
neither
them.
do I. But if we had a quarter here or a coin, I would say just flip it. If it were me, I'd flip the coin because I have no idea.
I'm gonna go with Washington. I'm gonna go with my instincts and say
Yes, hell yes. I would have gone Washington too, just because Jaden Daniels, my boy from ASU,
Yeah.
and LSU, the lesser known team where he won the Heisman Trophy.
I-
But
I just love the underdog, and I'll take it.
yeah. I want to tell you guys one thing before we go. All the topic on Fantasy Sports Radio today on XM, the entire day was Bears fans were calling in. And for about 2 hours, I listened to Bears fans ask questions like, if Jane Daniels would have been drafted 1 and Caleb Williams would have been drafted 2, would their records been swapped?
No,
Um,
the Bears would have found a way to destroy Daniels too.
I somewhat agree with you, but I think the Bears probably could have been a little better off with Jane Daniels than with Caleb Williams.
I don't think it would have been made a significant difference.
Okay.
I think the Bears. All right, so I'm going to say this.
All right, we're getting rid of this for now.
Yeah, I'm going to say this, and then I'm done with the Bears conversation. But you can say whatever you want. But until the Bears can prove to me that they can develop a player, whether it's a running back, whether it's a quarterback, especially a quarterback, wide receiver, whatever it is, until they can look at all the wide receivers they've gone through over the years.
Oh God.
High draft picks.
Kevin White, David Terrell. I mean,
Exactly.
I can name them and
You
name
can keep
them.
going on, and running backs too. Until they show me they can develop a player and are successful at it, my money's not on Chicago. Period.
Yeah. And until they get a coach that is not a yes man that does whatever the McCaskey family tells them to do, you got to get a coach that can stand up to the McCaskies, guys.
It starts way before that. I agree with you. I don't disagree with you at all, and that's why Ditka had a problem there, and that's why Belichick will never go there. I don't think.
I would love to see him there, even though I don't like the guy.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
he would ruin the Bears. He would destroy them.
You think?
Yeah, he would make McCaskey cry. He'd make Virginia cry.
Can she even cry anymore at 101? Does she have any
She cries,
liquid left in her
she
that she
cries
can cry?
dust. Yeah. So,
So she'd be blowing smoke like you.
yeah, she'd be blowing right up everybody else's ass, just like she always does.
Oh my God! All right, well that's enough of that. So.
All right. So
Um,
anyway, guys, thank you again for subscribing. The new subscribers we have. Thank you guys for liking and sharing. We appreciate it. Keep doing that. Keep hitting that button down below. Keep putting your comments in down there.
Congrats to the Bulkster. We'll
Yeah.
get in touch with you this week.
Good job, Bulkster. Thank you guys. We really appreciate all you guys do. And until next week, just get bent.
On fantasy football.